Alright, so, last time, I missed a lot of the sad depressing adventure. How depressing is it? I think we're like 40 hours in, and Clive has had good news twice? You know what, actually I'll put Twitch chat back in. Chat, you get to be in the recordings. Granted, they're coming down in a weird way, but, you know, I'll take it. Alright. Reset this for the stop the crackling. We've had very little good news. But now, we're gonna go talk to a family friend. Also, there's no way to stream this without some kind of spoiler for what we've done so far. So if you're trying to avoid spoilers for this game, I understand if you just want to like lurk or something. And let's go. Hey, Mid.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
I think we're building a boat.
One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
That's oddly helpful.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
I'm glad we both noticed that, Clive. Alright. Helena and the engineer?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
It is.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then.
Wow.
Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate thing we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
Clive's like, this is
Said
scary.
we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near
Lorbert's
Lost
Pass?
King. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner.
But...
You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
Oh, good.
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid.
Pontic,
I'll gather my team
you
and
make a
head there
good
right
point.
away.
How
I'll
does
meet you outside the ruin.
the ceramic rust in the first place? Unless it's like, it's titled ceramic, but it's not actually ceramic. Kind of like how prairie dogs aren't literally dogs in a prairie. Biggest disappointment, by the way. Super excited to see just roaming dogs. Anyway, let's go this way. But they are in prairies. This is true. The Lost Wing.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales.
Tanzania? Nice. Oh. Who are these peasants? Oh. Oh, that's... Man, that's not close. I gotta go through Poverty Town? Alright. I hope it's at least, like... ugly.
Anybody home?
So it's easier to justify killing it. What is it, boy? Oh, wow, that thing is disgusting. Look at that freaking monster rancher creature.
Time to go.
Well, I haven't played in over a week. Although this is gonna be spliced in together with like last week's recording, so this is gonna be a little jarring. How do I fight this thing again? Oh. Okay, that works, I guess.
Nice try.
I messed up. Alright. We're gonna be a little rusty. We're gonna be a little rusty.
Too slow.
Oh. Okay, that works, I guess.
Nice try.
Alright, how do I do this again? God, this is gonna be one of those slow fights because I don't remember how to play. Alright, we're gonna get it. Speed boost! Oh wow, that's got a really wide range.
Too slow.
1, 2. How do we do it again?
Silence.
I messed it up. Big punch. And a Garuda grab. Garuda flip. Meteor punch. Go punch. Alright, I'm remembering my stuff a little bit. Magic cancels. Enemy step.
Kill.
Ow, I did that really bad. Oh. I'm gonna try and just...
Too slow.
I was gonna try and punch him, but I don't think Titan works well here. You know, I don't think Titan's particularly strong against flying enemies. Alright, so that could have been a little bit smoother, but it's fine.
The things I do for you, Mid.
I've murdered this creature that was just trying to
Thank
live.
goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
I've killed
Indeed.
mountains.
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll
It was just a big eyeball.
see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
I beat the equivalent of Mike Wazowski on
Admit
crack.
You're on your way.
We did it. I like to think that Clive feels really proud of himself for murdering that eyeball monster. Which I really hope has like multi-layer eyelids, because imagine getting like a whole tree limb flying Mike. It sounds like Magic Mike 2. Imagine like having a whole tree limb in your eyeball because you're just 90% eyeball, living in a forest. Alright, time to go back home. We really need to like remodel the hideout so it's easier to navigate. Because this is nonsensical. There's no fast travel to that. Oh, hey, look, item. Hey, Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Do you, any
Your
whispers from the
benefactors are a
patron?
generous lot. Here you are.
Wow, rocks. Cool. Thanks, jerks.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Do you have any side quests?
Clive. Here you go.
Good, we don't have any side quests. I learned the hard way that if you don't do the side quests, they can just be gone forever. And since one of the side quests gives you a chocobo to ride, completely missable, by the way. I now need to do every side quest in the game. What if I get, like, another chocobo? Or a whole lizard? Or a cool rock that isn't from space? So, no chocobo. I did get the chocobo. I got that side quest after I skipped, like, 3 or 4 to do the plot. So those 3 or 4 that I missed, I have no idea what they give you. And I'm just going to assume that it's, like, the coolest and most amazing stuff gone forever. Mid, I hope your boat works.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
He was like, oh, that analog crap?
Right away.
I knew about books. Like he says with contempt. Wait. And there's not a fast travel I can't fast travel to these things. Alright.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Don't talk to me, kid. Unless you got valuable intel. Or Kupka's head in a basket. I don't want to hear about it. Or the rest of Benedicta. I feel like she deserved to be
I went up to give some greens.
relevant. Did I go the right way? Yes.
Thanks to Sid.
I had a weird conversation earlier, which I guess I'll be cutting myself off as I go into this room. But it was discussing the gripe, like the word gripe and its like interpretations. But there was something like I saw someone like comment on another video about had a gripe about Cyberpunk. And then some of the replies were really like heinous about it, like pissed. And I'm like, the way they phrased it, it sounded like they just, oh darn, that didn't work out. As opposed to like, I hate Cyberpunk and want it to explode. Anyway, sorry, that was incredibly irrelevant. Hippocrates, what are you doing?
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it.
I hope
As you
Mid
can
just
imagine,
makes nuclear energy
She's
by
struggling
accident.
to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home.
Uh-huh.
Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer.
I'm glad you have a
You
go-get-em
may be so kind
attitude,
as to procure the
Hippocrates.
necessary ingredients. I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
No, Clive, you don't need to ask for help. We can just sit in a room. You could just sit in your room and play your Clive DS or whatever you have. Hello.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do.
4.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Jill, you're staying here.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom.
Tarha's coming with me.
capable
Tar's just coming with me. Yep, easiest decision of my life. Jill, you stay here. Wow, what a hard choice.
So, Clive, who will...
I did.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
And I don't care.
I have taken
We're
the
going.
liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient?
That is pretty
I was
convenient.
hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
So much for our company. Bye, Jill.
See you later, Clive.
Bye, Jill.
Good luck with your research.
Yep. That's real fascinating, Jill. Bye. Let's go. So you might be wondering, Chung, why are you trying to get rid of Jill so badly? Why did you immediately leave her? Because she's been,
Thanks to Sid.
a damsel in distress too many times. And I'm not saying that's anything like damning to her character. I just, if I was Clive, I would probably choose the person with who hasn't been captured and defeated by handcuffs one time. But Jill's got god powers that she couldn't use because she got put in handcuffs.
Where's Talia?
Which was a serious dramatic moment for everyone, but internally that was hilarious. You mean to tell me that the Shiva icon was defeated
And what can I
by
do for you?
a strong wrist? I'm never gonna let her live it down either. I'll buy one of
I
these.
do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Rocks. Well, Tarja being hot is definitely a plus, but Jill is hot too. They're both hot, so it had to be on their practicality.
You have a keen eye.
You know, we got to think well with our brains, not just our thirsts.
I'll
A
be
man
here if you
forever
need me.
chasing his
Fruit is
thirst
nice and
will
chilled.
dehydrate
I won't have
or
you
drown.
spoiling
Need to
another
stock up on
couch.
these.
Hey, Tarja.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts?
Pee-pee.
Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Alright, disgusting old man. Green grocer. I have a sword that's as long as your body. You will give me a good deal on your garbage, or I will kill you where you stand. And him. This guy here walking into us, eavesdropping on our conversation. What is your problem, sir? Can I help you? Are you good? Anyway.
Oi, don't touch anything.
I promise nothing.
Go on, take it.
Imagine if I spent all our money and couldn't afford the pee-pee nuts or whatever.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic.
I hope it's to your liking.
And some steroids.
Ah, yes. I trust it's all here.
Here's some bugs I found. We got some black blood, we got some gill bugs, and some goblin coins.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Don't talk to me.
Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Alright, maybe this will be a really easy trip with no problems, and just a quick little fetch quest.
Well, did you find everything?
I
I
did.
did. Here.
I kept them all in my pocket. My incredibly tight pants didn't crush the nuts. He's like, the what? The pee-pee nuts. The what?
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
I call, in my country, we call garlic licks. And pepio nuts pee-pee.
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
I'm down to talk to you. I like all your belts and straps. I think those are cool.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
My bad.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back.
They
What is
charge
it?
like 20 gold for
Oh,
veg-
just
like produce.
memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring,
Uh-huh.
you're appreciated too. by all of us.
That's a really sweet moment. That's completely ruined by the fact that I've been thinking that she's hot and I wasn't listening to anything she said. At all. For several minutes. And they kissed.
I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway,
Same.
alright?
All right.
Cat's culture.
And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Let her teleport out of the frame. Now she's gone. Thanks for watching from the bushes, Torgal. Did you bring the camera? Damn it, Torgal! And back home. Just thinking, wow, what a cute moment. Also, Hubba Hubba.
I wonder.
She's very, very pretty.
Oh, I'm never drinking.
Hey, Jill, you've been replaced. Give your icon to Tara. He, like, put Jill in, like, the corner.
How's the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You need Titan icon to smash it.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
What does that mean?
I'm sure you have.
What do you mean by that?
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
They really put the red girl and the blue girl next to each other for that shot.
Oh, and Clive.
What's up?
It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
You know what? I think I like Tarja because
It appears our
she's
work
just the
here is
Emerald
almost at an
Herald
end.
from DS2.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course.
Blessed.
Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
I'll tell Mid
Thank
not
you,
to blow
Hippocrates.
herself up. Like, Jill gets her justified revenge for that thing that's kind of off camera that I kind of wish we would see. We'll get into that little complaint later.
I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Like Jill is capable. It's just the moments where she's a damsel in distress are really jarring because all I think about is you can Shiva them. But chum, if you use the icon powers, you reduce your life and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know. But in a situation where Kupka, who's killed thousands, is like choking you out, I believe you probably should make more of an effort. Like, we're lucky he was busy bragging about what he was gonna do. If Kupka had just decided, screw it, I'm just gonna kill him where they stand. Like, Jill's done. But if she liked it, well, that's also a possibility.
I think Mid might need some...
Which means, it's a good thing I've got the Titan icon now. You think that hand's for parrying? Nah, that's my gripping hand. Let's save before I lose progress because of a thunderstorm. Hey, Mid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me.
Down.
I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
I think we should localize our hideout a little bit. Also, we have like 3 blacksmiths.
I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
You're gonna let
and bring me the
freaking
biggest
Sherry
thing you
or
can
whatever
find. This is gonna
from
require some
RE4 put all the
precision
pieces together?
welding.
Your mouth didn't move when you laughed. I saw that. Don't pretend like I didn't see that. Oh, Pontic, completely unrelated to everything. I'm doing a card fight collab with a friend later this week. And any deck you think I should use? I'll record it, put it to YouTube or whatever, but I am taking deck requests. Someone else bought Deer Days, so I have to collab with them. It has to be done.
It's
What the hell is that?
finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
I don't know what
Thank
I'm looking
you,
at.
Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's 1 down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
Oh,
3?
didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
What?
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Oh, good. Ooh.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Alright. Hey, let's open the map and see what's what. Alright.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
What is it, Sherry? Leon.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance.
I got you, Pontic. I'll be sure to show off
That's
Phantom
what she was meant to
Blaster
be.
Overlord.
You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Emancipating the slaves takes a lot of
Don't
time and
worry.
effort, Mid.
All right.
Some of us are better at it
Mine's
than
made
others.
up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
Oh, wow.
Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
What a
Something
surprise.
tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first.
Uh-huh.
Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alright, so Phantom Blaster Overlord. I'm getting all these while I'm here. Off the record. Invite here, open 10 letters to the reading table. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe, possibly, perhaps. And by that, I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Well, why don't you include that in the letter? Why are you being so coy about it?
The ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
Stupid.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle.
Have you not been paying the
You might
utilities for our
I'm
hideaway?
straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and
How'd you forget to
I'm
pay
going to
them?
need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due,
Uh-huh.
and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
What?
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Ow!
5 million
Each?
each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
How?
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rossfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
How? What did we spend
That doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself.
25 million gil.
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
Clive's like, what is this stupid weeb garbage? It's like,
should be me making the
Clive,
rounds,
this-
really. But you know,
these
how
are
it is with this
diamonds,
place.
Clive.
Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all
They're
that.
peace rocks.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
She won't.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
I don't.
Oh, right. Oh, that's so stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. That's even dumber than I thought. I've got to go all over the world to, like... So, hey, you know that $5 million I borrowed? I used it on this. Excuse me. Hello, Dame.
Without sweet water and olive talc. Still.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
Oh.
I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching.
As are you.
Isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive.
The dame is so pretty, Chat. I don't know where to stare at her respectfully.
But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Where are Clive's eyes staring? There's... He's just a really, really pretty lady. Get away from that pretty lady. No, you're getting fleas all over her. Dame, I am so sorry for Torgal. Bad dog. Don't get fleas on the pretty lady. Wow, I am massive. And girls don't like having fleas. I mean, that's about all I know. Also, Martha's pretty.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Water in the Sahara. Leaving them thirsty, though, Bert. You're leaving them thirsty. That's enough, Riz.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this.
Who would I trade it
It's
to?
worth at least twice what you owe me.
The thing's
Or
worth
if you
10
can
million?
find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement. and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome neither.
Hey,
That,
yo.
and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Bert, I don't know what you look like, but your personality shines through your messages in
We
chat.
want to know the
So I
stars
have
are
to
delivered.
assume that you're a handsome
If he's still
individual.
with us.
Riddled with riz. Confidence might need to be higher, presumably, but riddled with riz. I have a face of Grumpy Cat? You mean an internet icon?
Mid told me she was building a
Grumpy
ship.
Cat. No, it's Grumpy Cat. Legally distinct cousin. He throws it back once.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful.
He's like,
I
well,
hope you have better luck
Clive, she
than I
said
did."
to put it there. So I did. No, God, that was a figure of speech. Oh. I wish I knew that before I shoved a star piece up my ass. And up my arse. How are we supposed to retrieve it? And then like, Clive just pulled out Garuda. Oh, this is... Oh, I'm going crazy. Oh, no.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's
A
coffers.
million or two.
Those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another.
Karen would
And
beat
our
your ass
circumstances
if
have
you don't
changed.
accept her compliment
Surely you
or
wouldn't shun the
gift.
gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Uh-huh.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
This is very similar to my interactions with my friends. Like, I finally have money dollars to give.
How'd
And
you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much.
ah,
Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might
that's
be
a
you
kind
even
soul.
know.
Luna is a kind
A
soul.
fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Alright, I don't think you've ever interacted with Luna before. Luna, talented VTuber, very friendly individual.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stars.
Although you've interrupted my compliment spree.
Thanks to this lump.
Now I've got to wait.
I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't
You
been
have the
paid
balls
last
to ask for
month's wages.
payment? We owe 15
So you
million.
remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
Imagine the absolute gall to lose 25
that
million
before.
from your company
Yeah.
and then be like,
Plenty of times.
Can I get my paycheck
It was the
though?
only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day.
Oh.
There was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable.
Oh.
With the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me.
You deserve it, Luna. Complimenting you may be incredibly contrasting to the tone of
the whole world down.
Executing a baby, but we're gonna pretend like that's not happening right now.
When I had no tears left of my own, him, who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again.
A really nice
and
moment.
He was true to his word too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
There's a full-on flashback with this one? This was a side quest.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown.
It's great hair, too.
It can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
So he took up smoking.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed.
The only thing Sid was more addicted to than cigarettes was justice.
Faith he'd steer us true.
And leather, I guess.
I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
This is really sweet.
But I couldn't even do that.
You didn't fail, dude. An extra-dimensional being rocked our shit.
Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
Ah, man.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
Is there a note in here the entire time?
This is Sid's handwriting.
That he hadn't seen before because Gott's terrible at organizing?
Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
Lucky.
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Aw. Really sweet. I'm gonna have to include this side quest in the video now. I just thought about that. Oh, the editing. Oh, future me's not gonna like that.
Sid was right. Without you, we would be lost.
Oh, that's... Because that has absolutely messed up my sense of timing of how long the videos are going to be a piece.
Very well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
I was going to include that like 5-minute rant about how great Luna is. I'm going to have to either edit that out or leave it in and just like put a link to Luna's channel.
Told him to piss off.
And it's going to be at the same time as a dead baby. Oh no. And this moment of realization also part of it, so it's just getting progressively
know,
worse.
Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us.
Except for God. He lost 25 million.
I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Wait.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
Got's gotta count the 5 items on his fingers.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go,
Uh-huh.
Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Why is this not a main quest? I would have missed this. Are you out of... Is this game insane? Just... Okay. That is insane that's not a main quest. But... going to lunch with Tarja to pick up some seeds is... Oh, that's deranged.